Welcome back to Afternoon Express on this amazing Thursday. Now this year, on the 29th of March, Global Citizen launched the End Extreme Poverty Now campaign. This campaign is a call to action for all powerful institutions and organizations to come together to secure the future. Global Citizen is the world's largest movement of action takers and impact makers who are dedicated to ending extreme poverty. Today, we welcome back Chebet Chikumbu, who is the Regional Director of Southern and East Africa at Global Citizen. She'll tell us more about their recent campaign and what the upcoming months encompasses with regards to this agenda. Welcome back to the show, Chebet.
Thank you for having me, and good afternoon to all your listeners and viewers this afternoon.
It's always so enlightening to have you in the loft, and I just want to start off with this very important issue. Please, can you tell us more about this campaign and what launched this campaign called End Extreme Poverty Now? What is it all about?
Well, last year when we launched the Recovery Plan for the World, we set out to help end the COVID-19 pandemic for everyone, everywhere, and drive commitments that would help kickstart a global recovery. But we've seen three things happen as a result of the pandemic. Firstly, an underinvestment in any global goal that wasn't health-related. Secondly,
Chebet, are you still with us? It seems as if the network has us cut. There she is. Hi, Chebet.
Sorry. Hi, sorry,
Yes, it seems as if the network is definitely playing a number on us today. But we just want to kick off with finding out and kind of re-establishing what the End Extreme Poverty Now campaign is all about. Are you able to just take us through that once more? Hopefully the network plays.
Absolutely. I hope it holds up. As I was saying, last year we launched the Recovery Plan for the World, where we set out to help end the COVID-19 pandemic for everyone, everywhere, and drive commitments that would ultimately help kickstart a global recovery. But we've seen three things happen as a result of the pandemic. Firstly, an underinvestment in any global goal that wasn't health-related. Secondly, development assistance levels overall decreased. And thirdly, the time frame for ending extreme poverty was delayed by 2.5 years. Over 100 million people have been pushed into extreme poverty over the last 2 years. And despite progress in a few countries before COVID-19 hit, the world was and continues to be wildly off track from the 2030 target to end extreme poverty. And so we looked at all these confounding factors. We took a hard look at our mission and asked ourselves, when did it become morally acceptable for us to say that 2030 was the goal? It is morally unacceptable to assume that lives that are lost in the meantime and in between are inevitable. And why should we accept that someone else's life is more valuable than yours or mine? So we need a new compact. And that's why we launched the End Extreme Poverty Now campaign, placing our collective efforts on addressing the urgency of what needs to happen now in solidarity with the communities most in need. So we're looking at three critical issues through this campaign. Firstly, breaking systemic barriers that keep people trapped in poverty. Secondly, taking meaningful climate action now. And thirdly, empowering girls now across the world. And true to our model, we cannot achieve this alone. We've joined forces with Mr. Tsepo Mahloele, who is serving as the patron of our campaign in Africa. And we're working in partnership with his leading Pan-Africa organizations, Le Baché Investment Group, Arena Holdings, as well as Harith General Partners across the continent in a synergetic effort to take ownership of our most pressing challenges as we recover from the pandemic.
Absolutely, Chebet. Now, as the regional director of such a large and powerful organization, what role do you play in this campaign, and why is it so important for you to support something so prolific?
I'm currently responsible for leading a team towards our continued regional resource mobilization, cultivating partnerships for development to join our campaign, and positioning for our pursuit of strategic opportunities for investment back into developing nations. As a Pan-African myself, and I'm sure you can relate to this, I am deeply passionate about empowering marginalized communities and providing enabling environments for minorities to improve their welfare. No one should be left behind. As an economist at heart, I have a deep appreciation for the conflicting demands and the basic problem of scarcity and the trade-offs we see in resource allocation. As such, we coordinate our efforts widely through an ecosystem of sustainability partners, calling upon governments and business leaders, but we also call upon the philanthropic community to step up and help us to end extreme poverty now. This process is further guided by grassroots intelligence from our NGO networks on where the interventions are needed most. Everyone can get involved, and here's how. As the largest action-taking movement and impact makers that have joined us over the past few years, we're dedicated collectively to ending extreme poverty, and we encourage citizens to sign petitions, send emails, post tweets to inspire those who can actually make a difference and make things happen to act collectively towards improving lives. So download our Global Citizen app, learn about the systemic causes of extreme poverty, take action on these critical issues, and you can find this information on globalcitizen.org, or you can follow us on our social media channels through @GlobalCitizen.
Wow, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, Chebet. Now, this campaign will focus on 3 critical issues. Number 1, the first one has to be to break down the systemic barriers that keep people trapped in poverty. Secondly, it is the importance of all of us to get involved in taking meaningful action with regards to climate. And thirdly, there is an important need to empower adolescent girls around the world. We all need to stand together, and we all need those big and powerful institutions to get involved in this. Thank you so much, Chebet. Goodbye.
Thank you.